Hey everyone! Today I'm making 5 cards using this pile of supplies. So first I'm taking out this Tim Holtz stencil out of this package. And I'm not going to use the stamps. I'm only going to use that one portion of the stencil with the polka dots because I'm going to use it as snow. And I have stencil butter, a couple different colors of inks, and scrapbook paper, and a bunch of different panels that were pre-done, some things that were already die cut or sentiment stamped out. So for this one I'm using this star die cut. It's actually 3 stars that I had glued together, and I have this die cut circle and a sentiment. The card base had Winnie the Pooh Christmas stamp that I had stamped on there and colored, but I did not like the color that Pooh turned out, so I'm just covering over that entire panel. So I have my stencil butter that I'm going to run through this stencil, and because the stencil isn't large enough to cover the whole card, I have to do it in pieces, and I had to let what was done there dry before continuing on. So on to the next card. I have this Christmas tree and snowflakes that I've pulled out of a uniquely creative cutting die set that I have. And I'm just inking up the tree in green. And as that dries, I move on to the next card, which I wanted a red border around this one. So I'm just swinking some red ink along the border of that card base, and then I'll set that one aside to dry. Adding tape, score tape onto this panel to stick it down, and then put that aside. Start on the next one, which I had a panel already, a circle was die cut out of it to use on something else, so I wanted to use that negative space there, and I had run that circle, or that leftover white, through an embossing folder. So it's got a little bit of dimension on there. And then I had this die cut ornament and this sentiment strip that says Merry Christmas. So I'm just using my Bearly Art glue to stick everything down on that one. For this one, I have this Joy die cut out and this scrapbook paper. So I'm just cutting the scrapbook paper down to size. And then I will adhere that to the card base. And now to stick the sentiment on. So I have that large joy word and then a smaller Christmas. So it says Christmas joy. And for the little dot over the J, I took out a diamond art gem in white. And now I'm adding a little bit more of the stencil butter onto this card. And then I will set it aside to dry again. Now I have these couple trees out of cardstock that I'm sticking together and finding a sentiment to stamp on there. And I will heat set that sentiment with embossing powder. Now back to this card, gluing that tree down, and then I placed the snowflakes where I want them. So I'm now gluing the sentiment and the snowflakes down, and I will also glue that snowman down. I think I put a little snowflake or partial snowflake kind of sticking out behind the snowman. And there's another card done. Now adhering the trees down to this one, and then I'll take that panel and stick it down. My video accidentally shut off while I was still adhering this card, but it was the last one. So here are the 5 cards that I completed. Nice little red and white with an ornament and a simple Merry Christmas. And then we've got this Christmas joy with that pretty scrapbook paper. And this one says Cozy Holiday Wishes. Some trees peeking out in that circle. And then we've got this little half tree and snowman with his snowflakes, and it says Merry Christmas. And then the stencil butter one with the stars that says Merry Christmas. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.